Hi guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to my channel. It is lovely to have you here. So you are joining me today on our wonderful trip to Wales. So this is the beautiful walk down to Monknash Beach. In this video, I'm going to take you through what I do to find and hunt out some crystals, some beautiful fossils and crystals that I found on the beach. And yeah, just bring you along with us. We had such a fantastic time. I really hope that you guys enjoy. One of the things that I loved the most about this holiday was just the sense of tranquility that I found being in Wales and being in such kind of remote places. There was a real sense of this sounds so like cliche, but just feeling at one with nature again. I definitely got that vibe and got that feeling, and it was absolutely wonderful. After living, such hectic lifestyles as we always do, it's so wonderful to have these opportunities to reignite our love and our passion for nature and to be in nature. One of the things that I particularly liked was coming to the seaside, to the beach, because we live quite inland, so we don't have this on our doorstep, and it was a real treat to come here. Hello, welcome back to my channel. You are joining me in the south of Wales in the Vale of Glamorgan. So today we are at, I think it's called Monknash Beach. I thought I'd do something different and just show you what we're up to, because we've basically done a road trip around Wales. So after this, we're going to go over to the Mumbles and then basically travel up the coast to different parts of Wales. So I'm very out of breath because it's very windy and I hope you can hear me. Yeah, please enjoy these bits and bobs of footage and come along with us for the journey. To kick things off, crystal style, I'm on the beach, as I said, and I've seen some beautiful crystals on this immense rock face behind me, which is kind of freaking me out being sat so close to it. So I'm going to move, but first I will show you the crystals in the rocks, and they're just so beautiful. So this rock has clearly fallen from this cliff face, which looks kind of intimidating right now. I really hope you can hear me. But look at these beautiful, I think they're quartz crystals, but look how stunning they are all over this boulder. Look at these, aren't they just beautiful? I wish I could I'd love to take some home, but I mean, this is an absolute beast of a boulder, so I don't think I'm going to be able to. I also, don't mind my bag, I also found these as well. And I think that they're the same thing, but they've just been worn away by the sea, but it looks absolutely stunning. But yeah, this is the beach right now. I don't know if you can see that headland, but it's like something out of Game of Thrones. It's absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to have some lunch and we're going to carry on exploring and play some fetch with Ember, our dog. Yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of this kind of content. And let's get on with it. It's one we just found. And there's a few. I think there's a few down here. Not quite. Ruining my nails. Tiny little bit. I don't know if you can see that. Tiny little bit. This is stunning. Look at me. It's another piece. Can't see it very well. There you go. Doesn't it look beautiful? I can't wait to wash these up and have a proper look at them. Wow. I'm trying to... Look at that. Oh, it's so cool. That's incredible. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's an old ammonite. That's an actual... Wow. Look. Ember. That's amazing. How do we do that? We've just found some more focus. Some more shell fossils in the wall. I'm not sure what that is. We've also found this one. Look how beautiful they are. And these, they look like little, I don't know if my camera will focus. There we go. Like little organisms of some kind. It's amazing. Okay, so I've just found some like crystals and fossils in the cliffs. Now we're going to go and just rinse them off in the sea and have a better look at them really and see how good they are. I think I found a few ammonites, but I can't like crack them open until I get home because I don't have the tools, you know, like a hammer or a chisel or anything yet. So come on, Ember, let's see, just see what these look like now. I'm so excited. Somebody's enjoying themselves. Are you enjoying yourself? So I just picked a few. Yes, oh that's great, thank you. Come here, out of the way. So this is the first one, so let's just give it a little clean. Wow, it's almost like calcite-esque, do you know what I mean? Really cool. You wouldn't know anything, would you, from the back? Maybe you would to a more trained eye than mine, but look at that. It's just beautiful. So then we have this larger piece, which I think needs slightly deeper sea. I might have to like maybe scrub it with like a toothbrush or something at home. But yeah, it looks, it's really hard to see. Seawater going down my down my jumper. It's just, I just find it fascinating. Like nature made that. How incredible. And again, you wouldn't know from the back. That's amazing. So now we're going to do the last one, which is the ammonite. So let's find, I hope you can hear me. Let's give this a go. Alright. See how this works. I definitely think that is something. I mean, that's a pattern. That pattern is like,
what's it say?
Like, you can kind of tell almost the swirl from the back.
That looks wonderful.
Yeah.
Because normally they're compressed, aren't they?
Yeah, normally they're like squashed, but that's like
That's a bit honest.
the mound.
It's got compressed.
Oh yeah. Amazing. So here's a better shot. I've given it a bit more of a scrub. It's almost got like little indents in it there. It's so cool. I'm so pleased. I think it's an ammonite, but I've just because of the like kind of snail-like shape. But I've never, like my partner said, ammonites are normally like you kind of see them compressed, not kind of raised like this. Yeah, I just think that's really cool, quite unique. It does look like a snail shell almost to me. You know, like the giant snails you can find. Maybe it is, I don't know. It's beautiful, whatever it is. It's a definite, like, good find for me. So I hope you like that. I found a couple of other pieces, what look like ammonite, but I can't chisel into it until I get home. I didn't bring, you know, a hammer and chisel. It's not something you normally bring on holiday. So I'll see what that's like when we get home. So I will definitely insert that footage somewhere in here as long as I remember. But yeah, we're having a great day at the beach, found some amazing things. So yeah, we'll see what else we can find. So after we'd spent a few days kind of traveling around South Wales at a few beaches and just exploring, Cardiff and Swansea, we went up to Mid Wales to stay with my mum and dad, who had actually rented a holiday cottage up in Mid Wales. So we went up to meet them, which was absolutely lovely. And we discovered these beautiful waterfalls. They were called Dolgoch Falls. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And you basically enter them through this beautiful, beautiful viaduct that you can see up there over the river. So that little train you saw at the beginning is the train that goes under the viaduct. So it is absolutely stunning. And yeah, I mean, just look, just look at these waterfalls. They are absolutely breathtaking. So they've obviously come down through the mountains, and this is them making their way to the sea. But it really, honestly, it felt like we were in some sort of wonderland. It was absolutely incredible. And we were very lucky because the day we went on, it was actually quite misty and kind of rainy. But because we were under the tree canopies, we were kind of quite sheltered from the elements. But because of that, there was literally no one there. We were so lucky. It was basically just the four of us, myself, my partner, and my mum and dad, and of course Ember, just making our way through these waterfalls. And it was just such a lovely, wholesome experience. And it was, for me personally, it was a very spiritual experience being in a place that was just so stunning, and nature clearly, Mother Nature had made her mark on this place. It was a privilege to be there, actually, I must say. And as you can see, everybody enjoyed it. Ember particularly enjoyed it. We cannot keep her out of water for love nor money. So this was like paradise for her, basically. So these waterfalls were actually located in a place called Tywyn, which is technically in the Snowdonia National Park in North Wales. And I can't remember the books, but I think Tywyn is spelt like the guy from Game of Thrones. I was like, oh, is that where the author got his inspiration from? There's a lot of names and places here where you can definitely see authors like George R.R. Martin or Tolkien getting inspiration from. So the next day we then went down to our local beach, which was just this massive expanse of sand. It was absolutely huge. And again, we went quite early in the morning, so we were lucky and didn't see many people there. And of course, Ember absolutely loved it. Even though it was a sand beach, I did actually find quite a few trinkets, shall we say. There's lots of beautiful driftwood and some shells and tiny little beautiful pebbles. I am such a magpie. I love collecting these things. And I'm definitely planning on using them in some sort of crafting thing, so stay tuned for that. Hi guys, so we are back from Wales now. Oh, let me just pause the telly, you can probably hear that. I've actually got this this YouTube video playing in the background, and it's like relaxing nature forest sounds, and it's all like compilation of videos from like the waterfall we went to, which you would have just seen, and I'm like, take me back. It looks so lush, I want to go back. I thought I'd pop on really, really quickly and just give you a bit more of like a close-up of all of the crystals and fossils and everything that I collected from the beach. So there's quite a lot. Not gonna lie, I was quite busy. My partner was like, are you seriously bringing all those home? Like, where are they gonna go? Like, we haven't got a lot of room. Basically, what I'm gonna do in my next vlog is I'm going to make a wind chime out of like all of the shells and the little crystals and all that sort of thing. And I also found some driftwood as well. So stay tuned for my next vlog to see how I make that. It's going to be very like organic, natural. It's not going to be, perfect, something you'd find in a garden centre. But if you want to see how I make it, then definitely stay tuned. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and just crack on. And I'll give you a vague idea of where I found it and where I think I'm going to put it in our house or garden or whatever. So I think you will have seen this one. So this is one of the first pieces that I found. It needs a bit more of a wash. I'm definitely thinking I should maybe go over it with a toothbrush. But from looking at it, it's kind of got like this kind of sheen over it. I don't really know how to describe it any better than that, but it's kind of like got cloudy. I don't know if it will focus. The sort of cloudiness over it. I don't know if it's brushable, like removable, but we'll give it a go. So yeah, that's the first piece, which you would have already seen. I think that's definitely going to live somewhere in my garden. The next piece is a massive chunk of quartz. So where we stayed when we were in mid Wales, so we travelled up to stay with my parents in a place, I think it was called it's either Aberdyfi or Aberdyfi, I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, but it's basically built on a massive quartz belt that basically goes through the land there. Oh, it's my cat having a fight with another cat in the cat. Sorry about that. It was a cat. We were having a cat home invasion. Anyway, yes, so there's lots of quartz in this particular area of mid Wales. So this was a massive clump that I foraged from a stream. Obviously, I'm not taking loads from one place. I'm being very conscious and very careful about what I'm taking from where. Yeah, just being respectful, I think, is important. So yeah, just to preface this whole section of the video with that, I was very careful. So this is the next piece. I just loved how it kind of faded from like really, really dark rock, which I think had been sat in the river, to this kind of orange band and then the quartz on the top. So I thought that was really, really pretty, and that will definitely be living in the garden. So this was from the first beach we went to, which is again like another kind of quartz style piece. So I thought that was really pretty. Again, with a good clean up, that would be lovely, but you can kind of see like the quartz banding here, which was really nice. Another lump of quartz that I found from mid Wales, this one. I'm sorry, they're not in order. I'm just doing this so randomly, but I've literally dumped them all in a flower pot outside and just brought them in to show you this. So sorry about that. The reason why I want to put a lot of them outside is because the rain really brings out the colours in these rocks. So I think they look super pretty in a garden, because obviously we're in the UK, it rains like 80% of the time. It's actually sunny today. What a miracle. So this is another big chunk of quartz. This one's actually it's quite dusty actually, but you can definitely see here, look at the kind of structure of it here. You can totally see, and there, that's another cool piece. It's a lovely, lovely piece. Again, with a bit of scrubbing up, it could look lovely. I've never gotten into like stone polishing or crystal polishing, like polishing, you know, the raw rocks, because I think you need quite a lot of kit. But I would be intrigued to see how these would turn out. So that's an intriguing thought. But yes, this is a lovely, lovely piece. Really enjoy that. Another piece of quartz that I picked up. Again, this one was cool because I love like the coppery colours, because I know that copper does often run alongside quartz, and the parts of Wales that we were in particular were quite copper rich. This was a lovely specimen. I thought it was really cool. Again, this was found in like a little stream, so you can kind of see where it's kind of been battered by the elements of the water, and then you lift it up underneath and you see this beautiful like copper and quartz compilation. This is like a very smoothed over tumblestone version of quartz. So this was found on, I think my dad found me this, bless him. This was on the beach, which I think is so pretty. It literally looks like, it doesn't look real, or it looks man-made, do you know what I mean? It's very, very pretty. I love that piece. This is from the first beach, Monknash Beach, which I mentioned. Again, you can kind of see it's a very similar rock that you find on that beach. If we take it back to this piece, look how similar they are in structure and in colour. And again, they've kind of got almost like that little, it's like a film, like a kind of misty film over the top of them. This was a fossil, which again, you would have seen in the vlog footage. Is it an ammonite? I don't know, because let me show you my actual ammonite that I already have. So I've got two examples here of different ammonites. I mean, they are very different. Looking at it though, that does look similar. This is the first tiny one that I have. And then this is a slightly bigger example. It's not massive though, but you can kind of see like the shape of it is very similar, particularly with this one. I feel like the shape is really, really similar. I don't know, I've never seen it so 3D though. Normally they're kind of inbuilt into the rock. Either way, I think it's quite cool. I'm just gonna go with that because it makes me feel better about what I found. So staying on the fossil height, I actually found this fossilized shell, which you can quite clearly see, like, you know, like the little back bit where they join on together there. So I thought that was amazing. Like, what a cool little find. Apparently along, I think it's like the Vale of Glamorgan, that coast is really, really good for finding fossils if you're into that kind of thing, or if you live near there. So I've also been to like the Dorset coast, which is also known as the Jurassic coast, but this was different. It was really cool. There were so many amazing fossils there. So here is another strip of quartz. Again, I feel like this would be really cool, like polished up there. I think that would be really cool, polished up, almost as like a shard. This could look quite cool on a wind chime because it's not that heavy. It looks quite big, but it's really quite light. So that would look lovely actually on the wind chime. That may feature in it. This is another piece here, which you can kind of see like tiny little bits of quartz there and along here. That's a lovely piece that you would almost want to display like that, so that you'd see the quartz it's almost like it's sandwiched in the middle of the like outer layers of rock. Oh, there's so many of them. This is a lovely piece of quartz actually. This I think I found in Mid Wales, not Montcnash, which is South Wales. I love the fact that you can really see like the kind of points in it there and here. I also found, there's loads of shells on the beach, which again I'm going to include in the wind chime. Sorry, I should probably talk to the camera, shouldn't I, not the plant pot. Which I will include in the wind chime. So if you want to see those, go into watch the next vlog. There's another little chunk of, I think, some sort of quartz, or as I said, chalcedony, I don't know. There's another little quartz piece there, which again I think that would almost be a really cool necklace if you clean that up. It's like a similar size. That's a nice idea. So we're now on to the final few pieces. Again, I've got another piece of this kind of quartz here, a little bit bigger than the previous sample you've just seen, but I thought that was really pretty. Take a shot for every time I say pretty in this bloody video. And here is another massive lump of quartz, another favorite of mine. I'm really drawn to the quartz. I just think it's so, there's such like a satisfaction in finding pieces like this just in nature and finding them yourself. You know, there's such a big difference between like ordering crystals online or even going into like, you know, your local shop and finding them, like finding stuff in the wild. It's just so rewarding and it's so nice, and it really feels like you're meant to have them. So these were joined together like so, and we split them. And that's kind of, you know, what it's like underneath. I think this is a better example. Really, really pretty example there of some quartz within this lump. I don't know if I want to kind of continue breaking into it and just seeing like what comes of it. I'm not sure, because there's another section here, if you can see along that seam of quartz, which is really pretty, and another bit here. So this is basically, yeah, one big lump of quartz, which it could be like quite a cool geode inside, I don't know. So now we have the last few teeny little bits before I show you the final big kind of boulder, if you will. So we've got tiny little shards here, which again may feature in the wind chime. This is a little shell fossil, which is really cool. I may stick the fossils in this bit here because they're quite dense. They're a lot heavier than the quartz, so I don't think they'd like fit very well on a wind chime. This is another pretty little shard of crystal here. And I found this, which I reckon is part of an ammonite you know, ring, or you know, the swirl. So I was really, really happy when I found that. It's only like a tiny piece of it. I'm gutted I couldn't find the whole thing, because this would have been quite big from the, you know, size of this, but that was awesome. And then yeah, just some really sweet little shells. Love those. Finally, a massive chunk of quartz. I don't know if you've seen my massive rose quartz specimen that I always bring out when I talk about rose quartz, but this is like pretty similar size wise. It's huge. This, after a big clean up and a good scrub, will be insane, but I just loved this. Absolutely stunning. Really, really cool. The cottage we were staying at in Mid Wales was like the whole of the outside was built from quartz, like because the quartz is in such abundance in that part of Wales. The whole of the outside of the cottage was just quartz, like that's what it's built from. And I was like what a crystal lover's dream, living in a quartz house. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, something a little bit different, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to mix things up a little bit on my channel. Still want to obviously keep the crystal cut theme going because that's obviously, I love it. It's one of my passions and you guys clearly like it too, but I kind of want to weave in some different elements in there because I am a Gemini and I do get bored quite easily. So yeah, stay tuned for maybe a few more kind of lifestyle vlog type things. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Stay happy and blessed be.